originally went to school for computers, and then somewhere along the way, I got inspired to be a police officer. And I tried doing that for a while, tried applying to places for a while, but unfortunately nobody was taking a chance on a guy with no experience. So I put myself through the academy, and that's when Crandall came and spoke out there, recruited and doing some research. I'm from a small town, so working in a small town seemed pretty interesting. And then coming up here and doing some tests, it was somewhat like a little family. Everybody got along for the most part, so it seemed like a good and interesting place to work for. Just about all of my family and friends were supportive of it. I was kind of the rule follower in high school, and so it didn't surprise anybody. The only person that was kind of against it was my mom. But then after she realized it's kind of what my passion was for, she got on board and supported me after that. And I applied over here and been here for about 3 years now. So pushing this down and talking is how you talk. If there's ever any trouble, this little red button right here will send out an emergency alert. I'm a pretty quiet and reserved guy. So those calls where you have to be a little more upfront with people was a pretty good challenge to overcome that the academy helped me do with training and all that stuff. You have to be pretty conscious of your diet because it can be pretty easy to gain weight. That happens when I first started. The second thing is there's a lot of paperwork involved. There's kind of a saying that goes around that 10 minutes of fun is an hour of paperwork. So it's just an unfortunate side of the job, but there's a lot more paperwork than most people realize that goes into it. I think my preferred call to go to is medical calls. They can range from someone fell, needing help getting up, or a possible stroke, someone isn't feeling well. There's just a wider range of what it could be, and it's usually you helping out somebody, and a little less dangerous aspect of taking someone to jail or someone fighting you. It does happen sometimes, but just a little more a change of pace than the day-to-day. If we're sitting in an area, it's because it's a known issue, like speeding or running stop signs or driving on a shoulder to pass somebody. And so, unfortunately, tickets are usually written in because it's an issue, and people usually, the unfortunate way people learn to not do those is a citation rather than a warning. Although every case is different, you gotta take it with the circumstances at hand, but that's usually a good rule of thumb. I don't like probably the negative connotations that come with it. When you're out and about and kind of a kid is acting up, the parents will tell the kid to stop acting up or the cop will take you away. They're just kind of setting the kid up to not like us, or to kind of embed in them that we are the bad guy and we'll take them away from mom or dad. And so that's kind of something, one of my pet peeves. And so I try to have good interaction with as many kids as possible to show that we're not the bad guy. Before, I didn't even know or was less aware on the interaction with the people and the impact you can have on them. You kind of get to see, I guess, what you do play out. Citizens coming up to and thanking you, or little kids coming up to you and you want to know about everything you're wearing, or want to hop in your car and push the siren button. When knowing people aren't afraid of you, seeing the citizens come up to you and appreciating your work, and the kids appreciating your work, um, that's pretty rewarding in that aspect, and that alone can drive me to want to do that again.